Right, but let's get to our phones and we're going to start this hour off with Karina. How are you?
I'm really good, Nick. Great to talk to you. Thanks so much for having me on.
Indeed. So I think we have established here you do speak English, even though you're not from America, right?
We sure do over here across the sea, for sure.
In fact, you're in London proper or outside of London?
Hmm. Just outside of London, in the countryside, actually.
Oh, excuse me. So like,
But I love the American accent. I love listening to you.
wait a minute here. I have no accent, lady.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
said it. You
you.
said it.
It's 100% you.
I know. I know. You said it.
It's so awesome. Well, good. Well, Karina Evans is the CEO of Podium Pit Products, and in particular, if you've been following me online and through my other endeavors that I do through social media, you'll be finding out that I've been talking quite a bit about something called Dog Rocks. Now, I have spoken with Karina in the past, and I mean, because I'm digging on her accent there. There's nothing about that. I'll tell you that right there. But the thing of it is that she has these things called dog rocks, and it's an amazing thing to me because it's like an ancient concept to something that is so cool that you brought to the marketplace. Can you tell me about them?
No, I'd be delighted to. So I'm just really passionate about the product and passionate about the results of the product, really, because my husband was getting really cross and angry with our dogs and the urine burn marks that they leave on grass when they take a pee. And it was kind of like either the dogs or the grass or some kind of astroturf or fake grass. And I was like, no, there must be a solution. So I did some research and I found these dog rocks that were selling really well in Australia and working really well, which is where they're from actually. And it's a really simple concept. It's a rock that you place in your pet's water bowl, and it stops the urine from burning the grass when the dog takes a pee. So it takes the nitrates out of the water, and it binds the nitrates to the rock itself. And in effect, the less nitrates in, the less nitrates out the other end. And it's really the nitrates that burn the grass. Um, and so what really appealed to me, though, is the fact that they're natural. So I know I'm not having to medicate my pet in any way, shape, or form. There's no change to the pH balance of the pet's urine or drinking water. And they're really convenient. Like I only have to change them out every 2 months. So you change the water as you normally would, but you change them out every 2 months. And I'm in really good company because I know that the Queen of England and most of the royal family's dogs in the UK also use the product. So it's very well endorsed and it's a natural product that really works.
Now, you guys actually won an award that the Queen actually passes out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Queen's Award. Yep.
The Queen's
So
Award. What does
yeah.
that entail? In fact, you know what? Can I also ask you to do something? Because we're talking across the pond, we're missing some of the words that you're saying. Can I ask you to speak a little slower?
Of course, I'm so sorry. Yeah, of course.
Okay, go ahead.
So the Queen's Award is, well, it was a great honour to receive, and we received it because of the fact that we were able to show significant international trade by selling this product. So we were able to export the product to the States, which is, my absolute favourite market. I love working with you guys because you're so inquisitive and so receptive to new ideas as well. So because of the products we had and their effectiveness and the trade that we were able to do with other countries, we won an award. So it was a really great honour. I went to Buckingham Palace to collect it, and it was a
Wow,
fantastic day.
nice. Okay, so let me ask you a couple of questions here. You said that this was or has been used in Australia for a number of years, and you're in the UK, and
That's right.
the two don't touch.
Hmm.
How did you find these things?
Well, it was really, I mean, it was literally the fact that my husband was going nuts about the urine burn patches on the grass. And so I had to do some research and I came across them. And I saw that they were widely available in Australia. And so I contacted the lady out there and I was like, we've got to have them in the UK. So I brought them to Europe. We shipped container loads of rock. And then they did really well in the UK and all of our pretty gardens over here. And then I got sales from America as well. So your Inquisitive Nature kind of copied as well. So we started importing them into America as well. And it just sort of grew from there. Our main markets are Europe and America, but obviously the product does very well in Australia. The funny thing is we're trying to find other products all over the world, and we've tested rock from all different parts of the world. But we realised it was a unique rock to a particular area in Australia. And, we tried to reduce our carbon footprint and tried to find it closer to home, but no such luck. It's a mineral rock that's really sort of native to Australia. And it's all to do with the speed the rock cooled at millions of years ago, which is why it's so effective in absorbing it.
Karina, can I put you on hold for a second? I have a break that I have to take, and I'd love to bring you back. Can we do that?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. We are so back over here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning into this hour of the program where we talk about gardening, landscaping, and at this particular moment, we're talking about your pets and how they relate to landscaping itself. It's really kind of an interesting process because many years ago, I did a poll, and well, actually, it wasn't many years ago, it was not too long ago. I did a poll to find out how many of you had pets. Do you remember what happened? Yeah, every single person had a dog, and 8 out of 10 people had a cat. And that, I think, is pretty phenomenal. So people really like their pets like Karina does. And and I got to tell you something, you definitely love your animals, don't you?
Oh, for sure.
You know what? And what I think is really kind of cool is that didn't you start off in the equine industry, and then you ended up getting into dogs?
Yeah, I've written for all of my life. I've written horses all of my life. And now we mostly deal with pet products. But look, I mean, I'm one of those people that I just adore pets full stop. So, I did initially start off with horses, but it's very much pets now.
Nice. Now, we are talking today about the dog rocks and the things that they can do. Do you know what kind of rock this is?
It's what's called paramagnetic igneous rock.
Oh, you are so making that up. Wait a minute. You said a whole bunch of words there that I know that lets me know that you're not talking English to me. It's called a what again?
It's a paramagnetic igneous rock. It's a rock from the molten core of the Earth.
Oh, no way. So I'm actually holding in my sweaty little palm right now something that is ancient.
Yeah, and that's the reason it works so well. The speed at which the rock cooled means that it has these absorbing qualities, and it takes into the rock all of the elements from the water that basically cause urine to burn the grass.
Okay, so they're like a sponge, in other words. Draws it in, and then does it spew anything out, or does it just attract all of those nitrates and nasty things that are in the water?
That's right. It doesn't spew anything out. It's simply, exactly. It attracts those impurities, we call them, so tin, nitrate, and various other bits and bobs. But it doesn't change the pH balance of the pet's urine. So that's really cool. And it just does mean that you can enjoy your grass, you can enjoy your garden, you can enjoy your barbecues without having to look at a spotty lawn, and you can enjoy your pet. And in my case, my husband can finally enjoy our pets as well without being cross about the state of the grass.
Okay. Your poor husband. Okay. By the way, he's got an awesome name. I have to tell you that right now. Okay, so you have the dog rocks, and the concept is that you get these rocks, and then you put them in the dog's bowl, right?
That's correct. That's exactly right.
Okay, you fill it up with water. How soon after can they start drinking this water?
Oh, straight away. But they start working for between 3 and 5 weeks. So it does take between 3 and 5 weeks to start working. But once you're using them and working with them on a regular basis, there is no reason to have urine burn patches on your grass at all.
Okay, I see these rocks, and it seems to me that that a dog would take and they would pick the rocks up out of the bowl, and then go bury them. Is there another way to do this?
Well, you know what? Funny you should say that. My terrier, who's now 13, and his son both used to do that as tiny puppies. They used to do that. But what I did was I just persevered, and within a week they were quite used to having a weird foreign body in their water bowl. If you don't want to do that, then you can put the rock in a pitcher of water and decant from the pitcher to the pet's water bowl. And lots of people do that effectively. Ideally, you want the rock in the water bowl all the time. But, you know, as I said, there are some dogs that are more sensitive than others. And some dogs that, as my two terriers did, they literally took it out and buried it and used it as a toy. But just persevere or put them in a pitcher of water.
Okay, so does it matter what size dog that you have, or do you need more rocks for a larger dog, smaller rocks for smaller dogs, or how does that work?
Yeah, sure. Good question, because I mean, every dog, every situation, every household is of course different. And, you know, multiple pet households are going to drink much more water than a single pug household, for instance. So, yes, you need one 200-gram pack or half-pound pack for every 2 liters of water. So if you've got a, you know, huge water bowl, or if you've got lots of water bowls, then you need a pack in each. But with the correct usage, and obviously all the instructions are on the pack or in the pack, there is no reason to have urine burn marks on your grass. So, you know, go and enjoy the summer, go and enjoy your garden, because, you know, that's how we got into it. I'm one of those really skeptical people. I have to see things to believe them. I really have to see things to believe them. And I was like to my husband, I found him, he was like, give him a go. And I was like, no way, it's not going to work. Anyway, he did, and we're here.
So does it, all right, here's a question now. So does it not ever work on dogs?
Yeah, sure. So if you follow the instructions for use, the rocks will work in 9 out of 10 cases, okay? And we're very clear about that. If you bought them through our website, we offer you a refund if they don't work. If you bought them through a retailer and they really don't work, the same applies. So they will work in 9 out of 10 cases, but we put our money where our mouth is, and we give you a buyback guarantee.
Nice. And that's a very difficult thing for companies to do nowadays. And when you do find that, that's definitely an honorable thing. And that's probably one of the reasons why you won the Queen's Award.
I think so. Look, I mean, that's what I expect. So that's what I would expect the consumers that I work with to expect. And my standards are no different from theirs. So, yeah, we put our money where our mouth is, and we have ultimate faith in the product.
Nice. Well, I like that. Well, I want to thank you very much for joining me today and sharing with us how Dog Rocks work. People can go online to dogrocks.com and you could find them over there. I've been taking these to home shows and sharing them with people. In fact, the last home show, I went over there, and it was just really amazing how the discussion opened up and how people could use them and why they would want to use them, and the ease of use of using them, and that whole concept of making it possible so that your dog, when it does do its duty, when it whizzes on the lawn, short of taking a hose and following the dog everywhere, you're going to end up getting
That's right.
Brown lawn. But this concept with the Dog Rocks takes the nitrates and other impurities, pulls it out into the. So you have to, folks, what you have to remember is that water is alive. When you take and you pour water inside, the water is always moving, even though you don't think it is. On a molecular level, it is moving. And with this rock, it's going to draw it in, these impurities, and the nitrates, and it's going to filter it out so that when your dog does lap the water up and then it goes through their system, then it shall work for you. Now you got to remember, it takes a while for this to get going, but once you get the going, you have the rhythm, and if you love your dog and you love your lawn, this is the way to go. So with that, Karina, thank you very much for being on today's program.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. And yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of the year and enjoy the barbecues and your grass and most importantly your pets.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate you being here today. Hey, look at that. I didn't even need a translator with her. I understood every word. This is nickfedoroff.com. NickFedoroff.com. You can go to nickfedoroff.com. We'll be back after this.